Hey, Reese's Pieces, how you guys doing? I'm Kimberly,
I'm Albert.
and we are the
I'm Mensah.
Mensahs. Guys, welcome to this sit-down chat. Um, it's been a minute. Look who's here. It's my husband, Albert. I'm so happy. You guys probably know where I am. You can see the background. I am sitting in my garden. My husband and I are just chilling here on the compound. It's been really, really low key since I've been back. You guys know if you've not followed us or followed me, please do so by liking, subscribing, and sharing these videos because it helps us tremendously. The whole purpose of doing our videos is to raise money for our nonprofit organization. So that's one of the things that we're going to talk about today. So how you doing, babe?
I'm doing good. How are you doing
Yeah,
today?
I'm good. I'm good. I think my followers have missed you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they ask about you. They're like, "Where's your husband?" And I'm going to see your husband again.
Oh,
So they
really?
ask about him a lot. So thank you guys for asking about him because y'all know he doesn't do this often. It's always me who does this. So yeah, so we just, I'm sure you guys, I'm so proud of my garden. When we started this garden, the plants were about that big. It was four of them. No, four,
Yeah,
two,
four. Oh, yeah, two of
two.
these and then
And
two
this is
other.
what two small plants have done. And then we had there's two other palm trees back there. You can't see them because this has just overpowered it. So it's really interesting. So we're gonna, I think, do some rearranging, maybe take the palms out and maybe put them someplace else on the compound. But yeah, I'm so very proud. If you've followed me enough, you've probably seen the compound a little bit. I don't show the whole compound for privacy purposes, but we do have a mango tree that my husband will pick and bring me the mangoes, which I adore. We have a coconut here. We have um, plantain, and in the back is growing tomatoes, and I believe some onions are growing. Babe, is that tomatoes in that little corner right there? Is that
Yeah.
tomatoes? Yeah. So yeah. So slowly but surely, the goal is to make um, the compound to produce, so we don't have to purchase from other people. That's the goal. So, and to be self sufficient, that's the whole goal. So, but anyway, enough of that. So, hubby, give us an update. How are things going with you since I've been gone? What you been up to here?
Yeah, we're still on the wall issue. I told you
Yeah.
about. The land is already there, so we have to try as much as possible to put a wall around it.
Okay. So
Yeah.
he's skipping ahead. I'm asking him one thing, but he's telling me something else, which is what we're talking about. We're going to get to that. So yeah, so you're talking about which is why we're doing this video, is to give you guys an update on where we are with building the land that we have, and where we are with that, and how desperately we need to get some things going so that if you know anything about Africa in general or a lot of other countries, even America, you can have property and people can come and squat on your property. They do it in America. I don't know if you guys have followed the media, whatever, but that's been happening a lot lately where the courts have to get involved to get people out of their homes. Like people have Airbnbs and they'll rent to an Airbnb person, whatever, and then they don't want to leave. So it's squatting. And so they have to get them out. So it happens here too. And happens here more so with the land. So if you have land, if you own land, and you don't put a wall around your land, then that's where the issue comes in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So where are we? Give us an update on where we are now, what we need to do with moving forward with the project.
Yeah. As I said, first thing we have to do is to put a wall around it, and then from there we can see what's next.
Yeah.
Building the home for the children, the autistic children, and all that. So
Yeah.
I think the first thing is putting up the wall just to
Hmm.
guide the land, for future purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And so one thing that we have done as a board, shout out to our board, shout out to Branford, shout out to Tina, shout out to Mary, shout out to Raven. My husband is on the board, of course, and myself. And we have one more person we think is going to come on the board who has been a really great supporter of our organization. Shout out to, I'm not going to mention her name because she hasn't committed yet, but I also want to shout out to those of you who, before we get deep into the land right now, I want to talk about what happened currently and what you guys have done. So, you all know a lot has happened here in Ghana, and specifically with a family that we have supported since 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. And if you guys remember, her name is Mary Tay, and many of you have supported her. Many of you have helped with. If you guys remember, I'll show some video here. I'll link that the link to that video here on this in this video. But many of you have uh, followed her, followed us, and know what we've done in her home. Babe, you want to talk about some of the things that we've already done for Mary, and then where we are now.
Yeah. Providing ambulance for for Mary's child. We
Okay,
did
well let's go way back to 2022 because there's
2020.
people who we have
Okay.
new
Wait.
followers.
Okay.
Hello,
Wait.
new followers
We've
who don't know about Mary and what we've done with her.
we finished. Should I say a house? But
Hmm.
it's a wooden structure, so we tried to make it kind of convenient for her to stay in because it wasn't okay. When it rains, she suffers a lot. So it's hard. Sometimes the rains get into the rooms and all that. So we bought them beds. Then we finished it. Should I say we finished it, and then we put some concrete on the ground so that the water wouldn't get inside. We blocked the waterway as well. So
Yeah,
that's what we did from
and
the
the
beginning.
and we also provided food.
Yeah, yeah. As
We
for the food,
have
we've been providing since 2020,
yeah since 2020.
2022,
2020,
2022.
2022.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, we've
so
been
2 years now.
providing food for her family. And to give you guys a little more background with Mary, those of you who are new followers who don't really know, who haven't followed us, Mary lost her husband and she's a widow. And so that's what made my husband say, hey, can we help support her through the organization? Can we add her to our list of people that we're sponsoring? So originally what we were doing was we were sponsoring families for 1 year. That was the plan. So there's another widow that we need to help as well here who just lost her husband just back in June. I think it was when I was here the last time. Those of you who probably sorry guys, I hit my microphone. Y'all know I move my hands a lot. But you guys probably remember I met with her, and it was right before I left this last time to go back to the States, and we met with her. And she lost her husband. He was a construction worker, right? He fell off of a building,
Yeah,
right? Okay. Yeah, so that is difficult. And then if you have children to raise by yourself, and if your husband is a sole survivor, provider, then what are you going to do? So that's the issue, and that's the issue, the main issue with Mary. So with Mary, right now, as my husband just alluded to, out of all those things that we did for her earlier in 2022, just recently she lost her daughter to a terrible disease. We don't know what happened. Um, she got sick, her tummy was hurting, and they don't know what happened. And here's the thing: when you can't afford to take your child to the hospital, to the doctor, you chance that something terrible can happen. That's exactly what happened with Mary. She didn't have the funds to take her daughter to the hospital. By the time she took her, it was way too late. It was too late. So thanks to you, we are able to help her to bury her child and to we've been providing food for her and the family. Just recently, thanks to two supporters, I want to go back and just shout out. There is a in Cincinnati. There's a local funeral home. They did not want to be on social media. They didn't want any recognition. Shout out to them for that, because nobody that gives wants the recognition. The people who give, they just give. They don't expect anything in return. But they didn't want to be on social media. They didn't want their names mentioned. And I always ask people that donate, is it okay if I mention you? I always ask them. They say, sure, not a problem. In this case, they didn't want to do that because they wanted the gift to be a gift. And so they were able to, the money that they gave, there was a balance due at the mortuary. They were keeping her body, and we couldn't get, which today is Monday.
yeah. We
Just
got we got
yeah,
payment
yeah.
last night.
So they were keeping her body, and until we paid the money, they were going to keep her body, and she wasn't going to able to be buried, properly, like she's supposed to be, like according to their tribe here, here in Ghana. So yeah, so thank you to, I'm going to mention out Karen E and Karen Bemis. Thank you so much for your donation to help with Thank you to who else gave prior to Melinda. I don't want. I know I'm missing people's names, but Christina, Mary, Melinda, Anita, Karen, and Karen. And these are the people who just recently donated. And Alex Boma. Alex is he has an organization. It's called Leximan Shipping. He's our shipper, and he donated money as well. So shout out to you, Alex. Shout out to your organization, and shout out to the small business funeral home that donated money to help to resolve the amount that was due, so that we could get her body out. So yeah, so shout out to them. So and shout out to all of you who have been given. So that's where we are now. And Karen, your monies are going toward making sure that everybody has clothing for the funeral and for food as well. So we just bought more food for her. Thanks to your donation, that's where that went. Also, our dog is down here acting a fool. He just wants attention. He's gonna knock over the camera, babe. He's so hyper, and so shout out to you guys for doing that and for giving, because we can't do it by ourselves. And we started off this organization. We were just doing it ourselves.
Yeah.
It was coming out of our pocket, right?
Yeah.
And we can't do that anymore. So yeah, can't do that anymore. So yeah, so that's where we are now. Steam forward. That's happening now. We are getting that done, and so now, baby, talk about the project in Winneba, building the wall, and what we need right now, baby. Go ahead and make him go,
Yeah.
cause go go. Pause it for a second.
Uh-huh.
Okay, guys, we had to take a break because the dog he just wants our attention.
Yeah.
He's such a puppy. So yeah, so babe, go ahead and talk about where we are with the project and what we need moving forward.
Um, what about now? As I said, we just need to put the blocks up. We need a lot of blocks and cement, and then you know, just stuff to put the wall up, and that's the first thing we have to do. And then put a gate. Yeah, and
We gotta put
then
a gate up too.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
just to make get it closed.
Okay.
Yes, we go in there when we want to, and then lock it when we're not around.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think that's the whole purpose. It's not really compulsory to put a gate, but it's kind of important. Kind of, it's 50-50. You can put it, you cannot put it.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay. I mean, whatever's best, for through
yeah,
it. And then let's talk about costs. To finish that project, to put up a wall that, as I told you guys, to keep people out, to keep them out. What is the cost for that? To put up the wall
uh,
and the gate.
the gate.
hmm Now he's going to say in Ghanaian CD, and I'll interpret it in USD, so you guys get it.
I think I've already said it. I don't remember.
You
No,
don't remember? Let me
no,
tell you. I know. I know. I just want you to say
yeah,
it.
I wrote them down. Like, I don't.
Yeah. So the total cost, guys, to complete the wall and the gate is going to be roughly $4,000. Okay, that's USD, and that is in Ghanaian CD. I think it comes out to mm, I don't know, like roughly 20,000 Ghanaian cedi, but it's 5,000, but $4,000, and which is really not a lot of money. But right now we are depending on the private sector to help us to do that, and other organizations that we're affiliated with, to help us do that, because we have just exhausted our funds of doing stuff. We pay for people to be there. We pay people to knock down the brush and to put up the what is it called, the
Cornerstones,
cornerstones, which are the markers for the land. So
corner
we've
walls,
hmm,
corner walls.
corner walls, yeah.
Yeah.
So we've done that, and yeah, so it can be a bit challenging, to try to make sure that we are consistent with the funds. So that's the second. So those are our two main projects. The third thing we want to talk about too is, because of what happened with Mary and her daughter, we have kind of shifted our focus when it comes to what services that we're going to be providing for our families and for the individuals that we serve that are on the autism spectrum. And we think right now that the direction we're going in is wellness.
Yeah.
And we say that because had Mary known, okay, I can call them. My daughter is sick. I can't get to the hospital, or I don't have the money or the funds. Or, say, for example, we could have taken all the kids to get checkups, to get their shots, to get things like that. This would have prevented, we could have prevented this. Now, we know we couldn't, God knows. Okay, God knows why it happened, what's happening with that and all that, and why everything occurred. However, you can do preventive maintenance, and just like we would do, you go get your checkup, you go get your mammogram, your blood pressure check, you get your medicine if you need medication, you get all that before you get sick. If you have a condition, you're able to catch it in time, and you're able to get it. So we think that that is kind of a disparity here in Ghana, specifically among women. And again, we are servicing the child who died. Veronica was on the spectrum. She was on the spectrum. And it was unfortunate that Mary did not know to reach out. I wish she had reached out to us. I really do. But she didn't think that she could, I guess, or didn't know that she could. And so it was until things got bad that she reached out to here, the family here. And then that's how we knew that baby girl was sick. So, with that, we just again want to thank you all so much for all that you've done and what you're doing to help us during this time. And um, it's a difficult time, not just here in Ghana, but we know in the world there's a lot going on. And so, even though our politicians are fighting each other and they're going back and forth, the people are suffering because of that. And if you are in a country like Ghana, where it's developing, and also you've got some issues with the leadership, with you know, it's unfortunate that the leadership are just not on one accord. The people are suffering. Ghana's had plenty of money. It's not that Ghana don't have no money.
Yeah, they do. We do have.
Yeah, Ghana's got money. It's just it's mishandled, unfortunately, and so it takes the private sector, like my husband, his family, my mother-in-law. She has been helping this particular family for a long time. It helps the community has to come together to help each other. So that's where we are, and so that's why we need you as our community. So Reese's Pieces, thank you so much for spending some time with us, for catching up. We want to let you know our next video, we're going to be out at Winneba on the land so you guys can see it yourself, see what we were doing, and see the vision. So you guys can catch the vision like we've caught the vision. So, anything you want to say, babe, before we
Mm,
say goodbye?
yeah, I want to thank everybody. Those donating and those who want to donate, and then everybody. Yeah, I want to say
Yeah,
thank you to everybody.
yeah,
That's all I want to say.
yeah. We appreciate it. We've not been able to do this business and do this whole the business of the nonprofit without you. We need you. We need you. And we've got a great board. We've got a great. If you please go to our website www.reesmensahfoundation.org. Look at our vision, our mission statement. Look at the people who are serving our people, our board. Look at them. Look at their credentials. We've got some great people, that's helping us with this. And look at what we've done in the past. Look at the other organizations. Hope Setters Autism Center. We've helped two other schools. Have sponsored. We had sponsored two schools. Right now, it's just the one school in Winneba. Baby, what's the name of the school again?
Um, um, um,
Um,
it's it's
it's
a
a long
it's a
name, but
long
it's
name, so I
it's
guess.
Winneba. It's their primary and secondary school.
So yeah,
And we've been there, as you guys, if you see, you'll look on our website. If you go to our Facebook page, you see all the things that we've done and how we've supported these organizations. We want to continue to do that, and we can only do that with your help. So, all right, Reese's Pieces, thank you so much for watching. It's Kimberly,
and it's always
and we are the
Mensah.
Mensahs. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We love you guys. Be safe. Bye.
Bye.